Hi, my name is Rick Sanchez. I'm with a company called Tractor Tip, and what we have for sale here today is a Bobcat. This is an E80. It's considered a MIDI, M-I-D-I excavator. You've got minis, middies, and then you've got regular hydraulic excavators, just excavators, and then you got mass excavators. So this is considered a mid-size excavator. The serial number of this particular machine is the full serial number is A like Apple, E like Edward, T like Tom, B like boy, 1211. I'm going to leave that last digit blank. We're going to talk about the mechanics of this particular machine in the first clip, the operating specs in the second. We'll run it in the third. Price on a new machine like this these days is about $90,000. This machine has got 2,190 hours on it on a working hour meter. We use it around the yard, so it may accumulate hours here and there. As far as manufacturers go, you know, Bobcat is #1 in the world of compact construction equipment. As a matter of fact, they're kind of synonymous with skid steers. Skid steers and Bobcats is a name that's used interchangeably. The weight of this particular machine is 18,900 pounds. The widest point is actually these tracks right here at 7 foot 6 inches wide. The tallest point is the top of that cab right there, not including that antenna, which is 8 foot 10 inches wide. And the transportation length from the end of that cutting edge right there, all the way, if this machine was tucked up in the transport profile, the transportation length would be I don't know what the transportation length is. I'll get that and put it in the notes. I want to say it's, I don't know, 15 feet, but I'm not sure. So anyway, comparable machines are like the Komatsu PC88, or maybe a Caterpillar 308, or a John Deere 85D. As far as the history of this unit goes, this machine, like all the machines we purchase, is an original owner Dallas, Texas machine. I say that because it's got no rust. You'll see, you know, you'll see surface rust where the paint's flecked off and rainwater's gotten to it, but this machine in no way, shape, or form is rust pervasive. I mean, it's we're far enough south that we don't deal with salt, and we're 300 miles from the coast, so we don't deal with in any kind of corrosive environment. Like I say, this machine comes from a large, well-organized contractor here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area that had a comprehensive maintenance program that rivals some of the best I've seen. We, as well as our customers, have been happy with all the machines that we purchased from these guys, and it should be said that before we purchase any machine, my mechanics thoroughly inspect them. Tank, the guy running the camera, inspects it with one of his guys, and if everything checks out, then I go look at it, and if the money's right, then I'll write a check for it. As far as options go, as you can see, this machine has got an enclosed cab. It's got rubber tracks. It's got an offset boom, which will allow you to dig parallel to the tracks either side. It's got a pattern control change valve. You can go from ISO to John Deere controls. It's got a strike-off blade. Again, it's got a cap, and the AC in this cap blows ice cold, and the heater works with no problem too. As far as the engine goes, This machine, I don't know if you can get the top right here, tank. This machine has got a Yanmar 4T NV98 engine. You say, what's the big deal with the Yanmar engine? Never heard of it. Well, Yanmar, this particular engine is used in Caterpillar, it's used in Komatsu, it's used in John Deere, it's used in Ditch Witch, of course it's used in Bobcat. This is one of the most common small engines out there. Yanmar builds these engines for a lot of manufacturers. Almost everybody uses Yanmar engines because they're bulletproof. As a matter of fact, there's like 150 service centers just for the Yanmar engines in Texas. Nobody's ever heard of them, but I guarantee you that most machines of this size and smaller run Yanmar engines in them. So that's my little aside on that engine. It's a good engine. As far as it's got a 29-gallon fuel tank, which will run you 12 to 18 hours depending on operation. All of the fluid levels on this machine are where they should be. This machine is mechanically sound. There's no leaks on it. Everything on it works. It's got a 2-speed transmission. You got a little switch right here to change your travel motor speed. Top speed is 3.1 miles an hour. The undercarriage, I don't know if you can get in there and show them that tank. The undercarriage is about 90% on this tractor. Undercarriage is in real good shape. On this side, tank. All of the pins and the bushings in this machine are relatively tight. There's no deflection or any kind of problem in this kingpin area, this articulation joint right here. There's no cracks or welds anywhere in this work equipment. Tank, you can get on both sides. These teeth right here are probably about, what would you say, Tank, about 85%?
Yeah.
Teeth are about 85%. As far as this bucket goes, this bucket is 38 inches wide. Okay, the bite of this bucket is 38 inches. It's considered a 36-inch bucket, but it's got a bite. These teeth right here flare out so that your bucket won't get stuck in your ditch. So it's got a bite of 38. Considered a 36-inch bucket. It's 42 inches deep, 42 inches high. It's probably about 1/3 of a yard. The maximum dig depth on this machine going straight down is 15.5 feet. The maximum reach at ground level, for some reason Bobcat does it from the center of the cab here out. The maximum reach is 24.5 feet from the center of this swing area right here. It's 24.5 feet. Most manufacturers give it from your undercarriage over here. Most manufacturers give it from your undercarriage. Bobcat does it from the center of the swing for some reason. As far as your breakout force, this machine has got a breakout force of 7,700 pounds, and the maximum lifting capacity up close is 4,200 pounds. Now, the further out you go, and if you're lifting from the side, that's 4,200 pounds from up close off the front of the machine. If you go out, or if you're going off to the side, you know, it obviously drops off. Just simple physics. As far as this blade goes, this blade, the tracks are 7 foot 6 inches wide, but this blade is 7 foot 5 inches wide. I'm sorry, the blade is 7 foot 6 inches wide also. I stand corrected. I couldn't read my writing. Which stands to reason. The height of this blade is 15 inches. As far as things that are wrong with this machine, do these lights work? I think they do.
I think so too.
Yeah. I was thinking that maybe that light didn't work, but I think it does. We'll find out here in a minute. I might be confusing it with another tractor. Thinking I might. I think it's missing a, they usually have a mirror back here. So it's missing a mirror back here for what it's worth. But that's about it, I think. Other than that, it's a pretty good running machine. It's low houred. It's got a bulletproof engine. Buy it today. What else, Tank?
I don't know if you mentioned that it has auxiliary hydraulics and the turn radius on this.
That's right.
Is pretty small.
Good job, Tank. This, it's got an offset swing here. I think I mentioned that, but what Tank is saying is this offset swing will actually allow you to dig parallel with your tracks. If you look at that excavator right there, that excavator will not dig parallel with its track. It's got a fixed boom. This boom right here pivots, so you can run up against a fence line and excavate. We'll show you that here in a minute. The other thing that this machine has got is, that I forgot to mention, was auxiliary hydraulics. Good job, Tank.
And the turn radius is small.
Oh yeah, and the turn radius. This is, good job, Tank. ZTS means zero turn. I don't know what S stands for, but it's zero turn radius. So basically, if you're in an alley that's 7.5 foot wide and you're loading a truck that's 180 degrees behind you, say you're ripping out concrete or whatever, this machine will actually tuck up under itself and load trucks 180 degrees behind you. So that's what that, a lot of excavators are minimum radius. We've got some Komatsus around here somewhere, and Caterpillars, but this is supposed to be a zero turn. What else, Tank?
Let's run it.
Okay, we're gonna run it in the next clip. Okay, so this is the inside of the cab. Here's your little lever or arm thing. There's your AC controls, joystick. This is your safety lever, travel controls. This is just a foot pedal. This does your swing. This operates your auxiliary hydraulics. There's your monitor panel. There's your seat. Seat's in pretty good shape. Now, I'll show you guys my shirt. It's 100 degrees outside right now, so it is really hot here in Texas. You can't really see that monitor, but the monitor works. It's no problem. But this air conditioner is blowing ice cold, which is a nice thing this time of year. So that's pretty much the inside of the cab.